Okay. Welcome back, Blocky. Welcome in, Isa. Welcome back, JJ. Welcome back, Matthew. You're on your own. This is so much easier for me. I can actually talk. I like this better. Actually, it's just me, Remus, and Licorice because I lost Son to Grandma. So, Son took off for the store with Grandma, and who doesn't like going to the store with their grandma? Because grandmas always buy you stuff you don't need. I can tell you that much. Welcome in, Journey. It's not bad. Mama's at her mom's house trying to get it ready to sell it. Son is with Grandma and his friend at the store. So I'm just going to start actually organizing some of these sports cards that I got lying all over the place into personal collection versus stuff we want to trade versus other items. We don't really sell. We definitely trade though. So certain ones we'll keep for sure, like a Michael Jordan. So we'll keep him. So stuff like that. That's what I'm doing. She likes you because her phone died. Is she not able to charge it at all, Matthew? Welcome in, Matt. And I'm trying to do something that's inside because it is so miserable hot outside. It's I can't even explain it how bad it is. It's unless you're in water or you're indoors, there's no way to escape it. Does anybody in here watch UFC? I did, Peter. I thought I said welcome in. So this one, you know what? This question is like right in a bad spot. This one we'll be keeping because we collect anything with the bears on it. So keeping that one. This one I have multiples of, so I don't know what I'm going to do with those. So I may or may not be. So I'm putting that in the trade pile for right now. This one's going in the trade pile. There's another bear. We got Tyson Bagent. This one's numbered. So I'll keep him for now. Got a Cole Komet. Also a bear. I think this one's numbered too. Yep, he's numbered. That's a legend for the Bears. What do you mean destroy you, Blocky? Nobody wants to destroy you. This one I can trade. So I'll put him in the trade pile. It's a legend, but it's not a bear. But I do like it. So I think I'm going to keep him in the keep pile. Another legend that's a bear. Keep him in the PC pile. If anybody doesn't know what PC means, it means personal collection. So I got a buddy that collects the Vikings, so I'm going to do that. So by football cards, you mean like soccer cards, right? I got a few soccer autos too. I have no idea who this dude is, but the card is actually really cool. So I know Son likes it. So I'm going to keep that one for him. Here's these Vikings I'm talking about. So I'm just keeping the Vikings aside since my buddy likes them. The Jordans will be keeping. I don't think this one's numbered. So we can put him in the trade pile. There's a whole bunch of Justin Fields that I can put in the trade pile. These two need sleeves. If I can bump into them, the problem is right now it's 100% unorganized, and that's why I'm saying that I got to get this mess organized. So I might bump into them here, and if I do, Peter, I 100% will make sure I show you. There are definitely some autos that I have of soccer autos. I got him, so I'm putting him in the trade pile. It's a Shohei Ohtani custom card. I'm gonna put him in the trade pile. I have no idea who Jordan Nora is, but put him in the trade pile. Joe Alt, trade pile. Brock Bowers, trade pile. So what we do is we go to like card shows or card shops that have trade nights, and then we trade them, and then we get cards that we would rather have, if that makes any sense. It's probably a good idea. She always bugs you? How is she bugging you? I'm not saying that that's right or wrong, but how is she bugging you? What is she doing? Just always being there? I gotta get sleeves for these guys. And do you collect rocks for real, Peter? Is that like serious? Or are you just talking about like the rocks that are out front? Okay, I need to figure out what's in here. Because I think they're just random basers. I have no idea why that's sleeved. Just because it's silver? There's no reason that this needs to be sleeved. At all. No reason. Same with the Alvin Kamara. There's no reason. It's not a rookie. It's not numbered. Well, that's cool. We do have the painted rocks that we consider like part of our collection. But I wouldn't say that we collect rocks per se. It's just sort of happened because of the front pouch. So now I got these sleeved up, but they are going in the trade pile. We're talking about FC Barcelona and Mallorca having a game on the sports center in the background, Peter. Okay, I gotta go get a different bin. Give me one sec. Oh, famous, I guess, never mind. I can't get back there right now. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that as is and deal with that at a different date. They're talking about that it's the first time they're playing, so they're talking about Barcelona's approach to beginning of the La Liga season. So the game is on at 1:30 Eastern, which is 12:30 my time. So the game is set to start in an hour, Peter. This is what I was looking for. Got numbered Jonathan Tays. This one is definitely staying in the PC. Got a 3-color patch on that one. And Patrick Kane. And DeBrincat. Yeah. We got Duncan Keith. So these are most definitely staying in the personal collection. Just trying to sort out the ones I'm selling versus or trading versus the ones I'm keeping. Why is he there? Welcome in, bud. How's your day going? You collect DeWalt tools? Well, hey, collecting is collecting. There is no right or wrong to anybody's collection. I'm pretty sure I can trade that one. I don't need that one. That is numbered. It's okay, Blocky. I appreciate any and all of you guys just hanging out. Tell me about your day. Tell me what you're up to. There's a lot of chatter here about going possibly swimming. I don't know if it's actually going to happen because with Mama not home and with all the other stuff we got to get done and Son out with his grandma, I just don't know. I just don't know. But it is so darn hot, it's not even funny. it is painful hot. I got some of these crazy cards. Got smashed at the footage. Things come in. Doing well, Framey. How are you? Bod, by smashed, you mean you consumed a little too much? Bod, you might appreciate this as somebody from a generation that saw cards or collectibles or artwork like this, like myself when I was younger. So these are just old school crazy cards. There's a Rolls Roach. So they're not garbage pail. They're car based. Peter, you might like it too because it's all car themed, but it's like crazy artwork to coincide with like rat rods. There you go, JJ. That's the grease mobile. So I thought those were fun. So that's why I picked those ones up. I got stuff like Mike Tyson, Jackson Holiday. Gosh, this collection is just all over the place. I gotta get this figured out desperately. This is a huge collection of baseball cards and cards. Hey, you should go through them. Again, we don't sell anything. We're not in it for that. We like collecting. So for us, it's about collecting, and we will trade. So we trade with people to maybe get them something that they would like more, so we can then get stuff we would like better. So we definitely work in that realm, but we do not. We don't really sell. That's kind of not our thing. We'd rather be part of the hobby and not out there trying to get people's money. Do. It's a good idea, JJ. Just keep it up. Honestly, it takes a solid 4 weeks to get your. Only the garbage pail kids. Okay. I do have garbage pail kids. It's again, I got to organize this whole stinking collection. And we've kind of gone overboard at times and picked up way too much here and there. Yeah, I think I'm okay trading this. This is a Patrick Mahomes, so I'm gonna put him in the trade pile. I don't have any tie or affinity to that one. No big reason to keep him. Okay, sliding that in there. That's the rest of the hockey pile. Wish I could get to my other bin, but I can't right now, which kind of stinks. So nobody's watching UFC tonight then? Trying to debate if we should put any effort into watching it. I don't know. So are they still sealed packs for me? Because that can actually make them more valuable by being in sealed packs. That's awesome. Some of those sealed packs can be worth a lot depending on the year and sport and who would have been the rookie in it. So, I mean, if you're ever looking to trade or sell, I would definitely say that your best value, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, would be to leave them sealed because they will bring the highest value that way. For sure. That's awesome. What's everyone eating for lunch? Because I am starving. So now I'm starting to think about food. What was on your pizza, Peter? You saw what was on our pizzas last night. And I wish I had some left over, but we don't. We ate it all, so. Because of that, I gotta figure out something to eat. Margarita pizza. Margarita is delicious. If it's done well and done right, it's an absolutely. It's just so. I don't want to say simple. Simple's a bad word, but it's so pure. Pure is a better word. That it's really tasty if it's done right. I like a good margarita. Okay, got everything there that I needed. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Little by little. Gotta start somewhere. Yeah, a Pokemon. So we have more than just football, Peter. I'm definitely 100% putting these in the trade pile. I'm actually sick of these things floating around. Welding machine, have a Hello Kitty sticker collection on the right side. Hey, I like when stuff like that happens. I'll be honest with you. I think it's cool when kids think enough of you to like hook you up and decorate something like that for you. I think that's awesome, JJ. Yeah, I can probably get rid of the Andrew Vaughn. Get rid of those. These are basers. Where did I put my base pile? Back here. Okay. These are just... This is a keeper. Gotta keep this one though, right? Chad, are you with me? It's the child. There's only 25 of these cards in the world. And it's got the little emblem in it. I'm keeping that one. Peter, no worries. I appreciate you hanging out. We'll see you in the night stream. Yeah, this one's probably a little on the boring side. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. But I got to get this stuff done. So that way our house doesn't look like an absolute mess. He likes those ones. So I'll keep that. Trade those. Keep. Trade those. Trade the old check. Keeping that one. Keep that one. That one. Keep. Trade. Keep for now. Trade. You too, Freemy. Thanks for hanging out with us for a bit. I could see how they would laugh at that. I'm not gonna lie to you, JJ. But at the same time, you know where it came from, and that is definitely it's definitely something that means something to you. And by having them on there, you made her the sister's day, and you probably put a smile on your girlfriend's face too. So it's a definite W. Oh, I put the I can trade these ones in the wrong pile. So what's noob cards? What are you talking about there, Waylon? Breeze is a PC for me. Got these guys. Welcome in, GG. How are you? These are numbered Rogers. There's a patch card for the Blackhawks. These are numbered Rogers. I can trade those. Okie dokie. So now I got my trade stack going. Along with my buddy's collection. Along with my keeper collection. So I think I'm in business now. Made it a little less of a mess than having it all over the darn place. You pulled the tooth last night. Did the tooth fairy come? More time at the shop than her mom. Is it safe to have the little kids hanging out with you, JJ? I mean, I assume you do the right things and keep them safe. Don't get me wrong, but... Okay, I'm going to give these two to Son. This is personal collection. So I'm going to set that aside, knowing that I'm keeping those guys. And now I just got to get the trade stuff in order. Okay, so let's get that figured out. This is Son's pile, so I'll put that little green guy on it to make sure I know. This is my baser pile, so the baser pile goes in the baser packs. I'm going to set this aside because it's going to fall. I know it. Okay, and there's two inside here I need to grab that we are actually trading with somebody. So... Yeah, figure out where they're at, though. That's the problem. Our favorite football team? Girl Gamer. I'm going to let you guess. I'll give you the answer, but just guess. Who do you think it is? If you know anything about football, you'll probably get it pretty quick. Man, there's a whole bunch of crud in here that I just need to get rid of. Why is he in there? Why is he in there? Okay. These are cool packs. Just going to show him for a little bit. Welcome in, Sergey. Not as safe as daycare. I don't disagree with you, JJ. That's spot on. What's your guess, Girl Gamer? I'll give you a hint if you don't get it right. I promise. I won't make it hard. I won't make it hard. But just give me a guess. Eagles. Okay, so that's a great guess, and I'm not lying. It is definitely an animal, and it is in the NFC. So you're in the right area. Okay, so I got all of it. I had to pull these guys right here because somebody wants to trade for these ones. So that's why I had to pull those out. I gotta somehow figure out how to get these in here to get them listed and posted. Broncos. That's another good guess. Still an animal. It starts with a B, and it is an animal. Hopefully not near any like power tools that are currently in work or the welders or anything like that, JJ. But seems like it's been okay so far. You haven't told me of any injuries. I just know that little kids like to get into things that they shouldn't necessarily get into, which can be the problem. There you go, girl gamer. You got it. Sorry, I was texting my sister back. You are correct. That is our favorite team. So these are some extra Bears cards that we don't necessarily need anymore. And so we have a few of them that we're going to trade with somebody else, because these aren't necessarily Bears that we collect. We do, that is for sure our primary team that we collect and the vast majority of our collection in general. But there is there's certain players that we collect more than other players. Who's your favorite team, girl gamer? You're a Chiefs fan? That's awesome. I possibly have a trade with this card soon. I don't have many Chiefs, but it's funny you said that because I just had somebody reach out to us about that card. So I had to pull it out. I know it's not in the Chiefs uniform, but still, it's a Patty Mahomes. Who's your favorite player? How old is she, JJ, if you don't mind me asking? Okay. Sorry, got a box. Ah, okay, so you're a Travis Kelce fan. So is my sister. I guess you're younger than... Okay. So that's old enough to be around and know not to, like, mess around with certain items. For sure. And that they need to be careful around certain things and... Welcome in, Mama Bear. How's the day going? It's a weird thing to have in there. You okay, Remus? You collect stories for real life? No worries, girl gamer. She knows more than the lube tech. Mama Bear, what's the temperature like if you're saying it's getting colder? Well, funny and insightful. That's actually a really cool thing to collect. It's really unique. I like that. Our collection is not near as interesting. Our collection is definitely significantly more skewed to sports trading cards, Funko Pops, Legos. Let's call it, for sake of argument, traditional collections. So what's some of your favorite stories that you've collected, if you don't mind me asking? What the heck did I do with all those? It doesn't help to organize when you don't know where you put your, items. Okay. Those guys down in the back. That makes sense. Hey, if you end up making like a book of the stories, or you end up creating a podcast or a web series or something like that, you never know. And again, we don't sell any of these. We just collect and trade. So to us, the value is in the hobby and spending time together, if that makes sense. That's awesome, Funny. I love to hear uplifting stories like that where people, sorry, I'm having a few Fritos because I'm starving, um, recognize what had happened, make sure the next generation's in a better place than they were. That to me is absolutely amazing. So how do you come into your stories? Okay. These are on the chopping block. Also met Syrian family that's a witness protection, 6 kids who don't go to school now they're moving to Georgia country from Cleveland. So just out of curiosity, what's making them go back overseas from the U.S.? Are you serious, Girl Gamer? What happened? Is everybody okay? I mean, I know that's more of an emotional situation, and it's going to take a little while to process. And you don't have to share if you don't want to, Girl Gamer. I know that's a very personal thing. I try to be open-minded with people and just listen. I will tell you, funny and insightful. It's a great way to live, and what I mean by that is, um, we live strongly by the philosophy of 2 ears, one mouth. So you should listen twice as long as you speak. I also live very sternly by the Calvin Coolidge quote of "Nothing I never said ever got me in trouble." So listening is significantly easier than speaking. However, it's kind of odd seeing that I'm running a live stream where I'm talking to people, right? I'm very sorry to hear that, Girl Gamer. Very sorry. And what I can tell you is somebody that has, in his own life, been through ups and downs in his career, meaning the job market. Sometimes it's actually for the better, because sometimes you end up getting a job at a new place that is significantly more in line with your, whether it be beliefs, or it's just a better fit for your family, or it's just a better working environment. So let her know that our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family, and I know she'll find something. I know it. And I'm very hopeful that, like I said, it'll be a better environment. I cannot tell you that I literally have had that happen a couple times in mine and Mama's career where uh, we had a separation of employments, the way I'll say it, and our next jobs were much, much, much better, and we ended up finding the current employers that we're with today because of it. So we wouldn't be here where we're at work-wise and otherwise without that loss. But I can tell you in the moment, at the time, it stinks. There's no other way to phrase it. It stinks, and it stinks hard. So I'm very sorry for you and your family, but know that we're always here. Should you ever need to talk about anything and just open up, we're here for you. Dang it, I didn't put these away. All I can say from your end too is just give her a hug, because she's probably going through and processing a lot herself. And as a dad, I can definitely tell you that a little kindness from son at the end of the day means the world to me. And he is truly a kind child, but a little kindness from him can make a really bad day significantly better really quick. Does anybody occasionally find themselves missing a phone? Speaking of son, I don't even know when he's going to come home. Well, the reason I don't disagree, I travel a lot without my phone. And right now I'm streaming on one, obviously. But the other one, I'm currently receiving communications about the comings and goings of my son. And I just want to double check what the forecast is for his return with his friend and what we might be doing next. Because he's out with his grandma. So, which I think is good for him too, and for her. They love to spend time together, but they're not used to doing it with his friend with them. So I'm hopeful for grandma that everything's going all right. They're both good kids, so I'm not really concerned about it. You seen my last comment? JJ, I did not. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I have three. Use sugar scoop welding hood as mine. I'll be honest with you, JJ. I don't know the difference between the different welding hoods. I just know that, like, the mask, and then it's got the protective glass in it so you don't really hurt your eyes. Other than that, I'm not familiar with the differences in any of them. What are the differences? This is a chance. I'm always open to learning and education, because the more I know, the better I am. I may not be using one anytime soon, but still would like to know about it. That's very nice, Girl Gamer. You do that. Again, all our best to you and yours. It'll probably be a rough day today, but just be nice to your mom. It'll make all the difference in the world. Welcome in back to the Kicks. How are you today? And so if you're still here, funny and insightful, you actually found a pretty good room for what you do. this community is built on just being nice, kind, and open dialogue conversation, nothing heavy. So meaning we don't go into politics, we don't go into religion, we don't go into any controversial subject. It's really a place to disconnect from all the other noise and garbage you see out there and just meet real people and connect with real people and sort of veg out for a little bit in a good way. Broncos or Bo Nix? Yeah, probably the best Bo Nix I have, and it's not a banger by any means. But I'll open up the case. No. Sorry, I tipped a box that I didn't want to tip, so pardon my drama. Um, and I do have some in my personal collection. I do have some old Elways that are graded, but probably the best current Broncos I have in my trading pile, because I'm working on my trading stuff, is the Bomb Squad Bo Nix. So that's definitely my best current one. But I do have a bunch that I collect of. I'm a huge fan of John Elway, so and Peyton Manning, whether he's in the Colts or a Broncos uniform. So I do have some of those, but not handy and not in this case. I like that insert too. Back to the kicks. I take it you're a Broncos fan if you're asking about Broncos and Bo Nix. Is that your favorite team? I will say the same thing in regards to that. Funny, it's again the value is to the collector. So the price is set. There's really no market price. People can say comps this or most recent sale, but the value is to the individual collector. And so if somebody likes something, like I think that Bo Nix that I just showed, from a trading standpoint, because again, we don't sell, we only trade, because I think that's what the hobby is really about. And that's what it was about when I was a kid. And I'd like to bring it back there. I don't think it should be about money generation and me making money while you spent more money. I don't like that. That's a win-loser mentality. I like it from a hobby aspect. So I would value that Bo Nix at about between $12 and $15 trade value. To the right buyer, it could be higher than that in a cash value for sure. But I'm not looking to get that. I'd rather get some Bears cards in return. Sugar scoop look like actual sugar scoop without the handle. Auto shading is... Okay, so the auto shading one is the one that turns dark as you start working, right? So who's your favorite Bronco of all time? Back to the kicks. These are basers, Remus. These are for Son. He likes the clear cards. Are you okay, buddy? We'll do something soon. It's just too hot to take you outside, okay? Soon, I promise. We'll figure it out. I promise. I don't want you just hanging on that sofa all day. You're my favorite puppy guy. Love you, bud. So if you're still here, funny. Sorry, I was talking to my dog. These three cards, cash value, I would say is probably closer to $45, $50. However, I'm looking to trade for them, and I'm putting it. I don't put a value when you're trading, because if you have something that I'd prefer to have in my collection, then that's more valuable or less valuable than the monetary value. Doesn't matter to me. I'd rather have the thing I'm collecting. Welcome back, GG. It's a great way to put it. Absolutely great way to put it, funny. Everyone does have a story, and they honestly, for the most part, are, if anybody gave it credence, they're all pretty valuable, for sure. But they're all pretty interesting. But it's just like we were talking about with the values of certain items. Certain people assign values differently than other people, and some people may value a certain story more than a different story. And that's usually because it's relatable, if that makes sense. For what it's worth, funny, very, very versed. That's what my educational background is, finance and accounting. I did, JJ. I read it. It was the uh, the sugar scoop is old fashioned. I didn't see you had a second one. That's on me. My bad. I'll be honest with you. I welded one time. They were sloppy, but the metal joined. I don't know what type of welder it was. I don't know if it was arc or TIG. And I was given goggles, so just straight goggles. Are you going to any Bears games this year? And what are your thoughts on Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze? That's a great question. And I'll be honest with you, we don't talk sports much on this channel because most of the community isn't really into sports. Um, I definitely live close enough to make it to a few games, but because I like the rest, watching the rest of the games and other stuff, I actually watch more at home and prefer to watch pro football at home to be able to catch the other games and pre games and post games and all that stuff. Because if we go to a game between travel time, depending on how we get there, parking or walking from the bus slash train, and then travel time back, we would miss a majority of the second game. And the market we're in, it's so hot in the early part of the season, and it's pretty darn cold in the second part of the season, and it's not a domed environment. So I'm gonna go on record and say I prefer to watch at home. Now, if we're talking a college game, like if we're talking Northwestern or Notre Dame or Purdue, places I can get to, or even UW Madison, yeah, give me a college game live any day. I prefer the environment for college over pro. Now, to your second question, I think Caleb and Rome were both put in a position last year with the coaching staff that didn't know what to do, and that's why they universally got fired. I'm very hopeful with the coaching staff they have now, which is the former Lions offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, that we'll see some changes. Do I think they're going to win the division? I do not. I definitely do not. And I still think that DJ Moore is the best receiver on the team. I like Rome Odunze, but I think DJ Moore is significantly more skilled than Rome Odunze. But as a Bears fan, we root and live and eat and breathe and sleep defense. So as long as the defense plays well, we're happy campers. So hopefully that makes sense. How about you? How are you feeling about the Broncos? And do you think Bo Nix will have a good sophomore year or have a sophomore slump? Journey, don't you have a charger for it? Me and Crankshift and CJ taught my girlfriend, youngest sister, to have pride in her work. Yeah, that's an awesome thing to teach somebody, no matter what that work is. It's, I mean, even if that works like cooking a meal, having pride and putting your full everything into it. I'll be honest with you, when you're talking about food, for example, it makes it taste better. It just does. Uh, when you're talking about work, having that sense of accomplishment when you know you did it, your hands created it. And I don't care if it's writing a book, a collection of stories. I don't care if it's you know, creating a PowerPoint or rebuilding a transmission. When your hands, your work, your intellect created something, there's a sense of pride there that you just can't get any other way. That is correct, funny. I don't know that he's mad at you. I think he just needs a little space right now. Nobody can get mad at kind and good people. But at the same time, we all can appreciate a little alone time, with one exception. I'm moving everything near me so I can get my puppy next to me. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, good boy. Come on. Yeah, and so for the folks that are usuals in the chat, they know his name. His name is Remus. If you're still there, funny. Um, he's our almost 2-year-old rescue. He's a mixed breed, but he's on the camera a lot. So one of the things you'll find funny if we're fortunate enough to have you revisit us and come in to the community more often is we're a faceless channel. So because Son's a minor, we keep it that way. So you get hands, you get stuff out in front of you. But we are maintaining faceless status because Son being a minor. And I don't believe in, for privacy reasons, having him front and center. So because of that, I stay behind the camera as well. So, but Remus gets in front of the camera a whole lot. So you'll see a whole lot of Remus. Because the only competition is the Chiefs, and they are in a downfall. Bo Nix isn't good because he has more weapons. So okay, so I will ask you, who do you think is going to be the starting running back there, back of the kicks? And the reason is I'm a huge fan of one of the running backs in the running back room. And if you don't think he's going to be the starter, so I'll let you answer first who you think is going to be the starter. And if you don't think he's going to be the starter, I want to know how many carries and how much action do you think he'll see? Because there's a reason why I like him so much, and I'll explain that too. Journey, there's an old saying that misery loves company, but at the same time, when you both have similar injuries and you're in the same boat, for some people it can be a constant reminder of their own injuries and how they feel cooped up in the hospital. So I would just say he's probably not having the best moment right now, and a little space will probably do him well. Visit him in the afternoon and see if he changes. I know, that's what I think. I say the same thing back to the kicks. I think the Broncos are stacked. I really do, at a lot of positions. And so I'm wondering, okay, give me your depth then. 1, 2, and 3. Who do you think's going to be that? Asked me to teach her how to welding. Yeah, she's probably a little young, in my opinion, JJ, to be working with a welder. Just a little bit. Okay, so the reason I'm asking is I'm a huge fan of Audric Estime, because he came from my favorite college program. So I watched him a lot. So funny enough, you ask, I haven't opened them because I have a lot of unopened card mailers. So we buy a lot. We get into breaks, if you're familiar with card collecting. And I haven't opened them, but I've started collecting heavy, both in his Notre Dame gear and in the Broncos gear, Audric Estime. So I have a bunch of his patches, a bunch of his autos. I even have his on campus, which is considered a case hit from Prism draft picks, which it's in one of my mailers. I know I saw it one time, but I put it back in the mailer. So I got to get those busted out at some point. Yeah, I think watching him in college, he's a beast. He's awesome. Wait, you got a dragon scale? That's amazing. You better not come. Okay, okay. I don't want to step into anything, Matthew. I was trying to buy you a little space and time. Hopefully, hopefully a little, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So hopefully a little absence. That's an awesome pickup. Those are cool cards. Those are absolutely cool cards. Yeah, JG, you hang around a shop long enough, everyone's going to learn colorful language. It's just the way it works. That's awesome, Girl Gamer. That's how the community works. Appreciate you doing that for the folks in the chat. Girl Gamer, he's talking, Matthew's talking about, they're both in the same hospital, literally across from each other. Um, not the chat. He's not talking about the chat. So I appreciate you um, asking to be nice, but I want to make sure you knew that they were talking about a different situation, not about being here. Australia's looking good in this Little League World Series game. I don't know if anybody else is watching it, but I love Little League World Series. What are you gonna do, Journey? What do you do to the lube tech, JJ? Hopefully nothing too bad. Well, I know one of them's us, Girl Gamer. So we got you for sure. We got a good number of subscribers, however, we still got to break that watch time threshold. We're a train horn. You're gonna blow people's eardrums out, JJ. Isn't that a little loud inside the shop? Speaking of your shop, did you ever find that spring? No worries, Girl Gamer will be here for a bit longer at least. Matthew's gonna hit the panic nurse button. How do you lose an entire spring? I assume it was like 2 feet tall, between like 14 and 24 inches, correct? Journey, again, I think it's a matter of everyone needs their personal space. So a great example is like right now. I love hanging with you guys, and I love that you guys are willing to hang with me. But it is nice not having the kids running around and screaming, especially since son has a friend over. It is nice that it's Mama's not even here. She's at her mom's. So it's just me and the dog, and I'm working on and sorting the sports cards and picking up, and because this is the game table, so got to get this cleaned up. It's not necessarily the best to have this just loaded up with sports cards, because although I think we lost Funny, unless Funny's just hanging back collecting stories from everybody. Um, there is a lot of value in these, so I don't want them getting damaged. So I needed to do this bad. I think he needs a little longer than 10 seconds. Oh, you mean 10-second timeout in the chat. Relax, relax. It's okay. You guys will work this out, I promise you. There's times and places where even friends or family need a minute from each other. Just need a minute. Stay, stay. Just got a drink. That's all I got. Just a drink. Just a drink. Girl gamer, I think Journey's a girl and Matthew's a boy. So, but I don't disagree with you. The common phrasing is, boys, stop it. Ask any parent. It's okay. Girl Gamer, it's really hard to tell just from people's usernames. I've made the mistake too. Probably the biggest example of that is since I never ask you guys, yours is pretty straightforward, Girl Gamer. Um, but since I never ask you guys, I got it wrong on Phoenix. And I usually don't refer to anybody as I don't necessarily gender anybody in my conversations. But I did by accident one time when it came to Phoenix, and I said I probably should ask before I make any assumptions. And Phoenix is like, nope, I'm a boy. So I made the wrong assumption. But I don't think anybody gets offended by it when you can't hear anybody's voice and you can't see them. At least that's my opinion on it. Hey, Charlie Brown, how's the day going? And I will tell you, Journey and Matthew, I have no ability to stop you guys from being annoying or annoying each other. So, I mean, towards each other. So, that's on you guys to figure out and work out. But I tell you, if you take it too far, the hospital staff is not going to look kindly upon it. At all. So just be careful. I will say, Journey, if somebody's at the point where they're getting actually aggravated, past annoyed, it's probably a good idea to give them a break. Because some people can get the better of me too, and they know they can do it. A great example is Mama, and so she'll push my buttons just to make me a little spiced up. I will say, Girl Gamer, the term he used for being mad is it's borderline. Borderline. I don't think it's a bridge too far yet, but thank you for reminding people. There you go, CB. There's one that just happens to be out and ready to view. It's my Gerardo's V in a PSA 9. I love this card from Evolving Skies. I love the artwork on it. And then the fact that it's a graded 9. The sparkle on it because it's not an ultra rare, but it's a rare. It's a nice one. Oh, you can see my eyes in the background. Anybody see that? Let me see, JJ. I did have another one that was out. Let me see if I can find that one too. I'm trying to convince my girlfriend to come tonight to the live stream. That'd be awesome. We'd love to meet her. I know the other community would too, but you don't have to. Oh yeah, it's right here. So this is a McDonald's collection. Do you ever get the McDonald's Pokemon cards, CB? So when they have them, you get those little McDonald's packs. So this is a shiny. You can see the shiny. It's a shiny Pikachu from the McDonald's collection. It's the hollow version in a PSA 9. So I just thought this one was cool, especially since it's exclusive and from the McDonald's collection. Who's your favorite Pokemon then, CB? I think we all have our people that we love, adore, but at the same time can get under our skin. And I will say my opinion is the people that we love the most are the people that can irritate us the most because they know which buttons to push because we open up to them so much. You're a Charizard? I do have a few graded Charizards, but not out or accessible. Uh, and I assume if you collect them, you know about the grading and what the grading means and all that. I think we all can, girl gamer. I'll be honest with you. It's something I struggle with. So we all have, let's say demons. We all have demons, and one of mine is being able to process certain things that anger me in a way that's productive. Give me 1 second. Mama's calling. What's good, 3D Edits? How are you? Matthew, that's not nice. That cannot possibly be true. You're just upset right now. And 3D, we're doing pretty good. It's just me today. It's just me and Remus hanging out. I'm sorting my card collection because it's kind of a mess. Son's with grandma, mama's with her mom, so I'm kind of flying solo. Why are you hurt, girl gamer? Girl gamer, did now I know what you mean by that. All right, bye. Now the question is another tooth coming in behind it? Because hopefully it's not a whole hole then. So 3D edits, I've never had one, and I'm very blessed that I don't have any teeth problems. I did get two wisdom teeth pulled years and years and years ago. But everyone I know that's had root canal work done told me, and you can confirm or deny this, they've told me that the pain before the root canal, so the pain they were having with their teeth, was significantly worse than the procedure was, and they should have had the procedure years before because of how much better they feel afterwards. So hopefully that all made sense. Okay. Again, I'm very blessed, knock on wood, that I don't have any teeth problems and haven't had any teeth problems. I don't know, Charlie Brown. It's actually been a pretty good stream, and I don't know if you're referring to Matthew, but Matthew and Journey are kind of like arguing right now. They happen to be in the same hospital together, um, so it's they're working some stuff out. I'm gonna switch something real quick, and then I want to show you. Does everyone want to see the world's most comfortable dog? I hope I didn't just blow something up here. Guys, is it frozen on your end? Because no. Okay. Okay. Can you guys still see? Because it went a little little loopy on mine. Are we still good? Somebody give me a thumbs up or a confirmation. No, we're not good. Okay, now are we good? Yeah, it went like frozen on my side for a second. Let me know if you can see my hand. Matthew, relax. Can you guys see my hand? Okay, so I'm gonna show you the world's most comfortable dog. Look at it. He's just crashed. He's just absolutely crashed. I told you, he was next to me. He is sound asleep. Yeah, it's 105 degrees outside. The real temperature is 96. The heat index is 105. And so that's why you don't see me out front right now. There's no shot of being out front with the Rock family. I am staying put inside. It is, yeah, it is wicked bad out. Mama Bear was in earlier and she said it's starting to cool off, and I asked her what the temp was and I didn't see any follow-ups. 3D edits, it's one of our favorite games to play. So if you'll indulge us, we'll play the game. So you guess a state based on different things you may have known or not known about us, or just guess any state. And then we'll give you hints until we get it right. I actually love this game because I love to see where people think we're based on. So use context clues like accent or lack of accent and stuff like that, and let us know what you think. And we'll get you there fast. It won't be a tough game to play. The hints will be pretty easy. Texas. That is honestly top 2 most commonly guessed state. So I will say great guess because it's super popular. It is not Texas. We are much further north than that. We are definitely central, but much further north. JJ, you know the answer. And Charlie Brown, did you know already and you ruined it for 3D? Oh, then that was a great guess, Charlie Brown. Matthew, don't threaten violence. You gotta be nice. So you are right. We are in northern Illinois. And it is excruciatingly hot. I was looking at the map. I think we're hotter here than the Central Plain states are, which is crazy to me. But it's so hot. And my sister, who we call, oh, no, Bears fans. So, but these are some Bears cards. I have a trade worked out that I'm trading with somebody for different Bears cards. So we are definitely Bears fans. So are you from Texas, 3D? And so anyways, where I was going with that, sorry. Aunt Beefy wanted to go to the pool, and all our pools are actually closed already for the season because school already started for the public schools. And so because of that, they closed the schools or the pools down. So we yeah. So there's no pool to go to cool off, and I guess we could go to the lake, but guessed, Charlie Brown. Yeah, the two most popular states we get guessed all the time are Texas and Connecticut for some reason. And Connecticut's not that populous of a state, meaning it doesn't have a high population. So I'll be honest with you, I'm always there's got to be something about what people see when we're going on our drives that they think um, Connecticut, of all places. So if you're in Texas, that means that you could be if you're a local fan, you could be a Texans fan, you could be a Cowboys fan. I'm gonna go just based on popularity that you're a Cowboys fan. Is that right? There you go. Who's your favorite Cowboy of all time? This game between Australia and the Czech Republic's actually getting pretty good. Tony Romo. That's an awesome call out. Tony Romo's he's originally from my neck of the woods and went to a college that's about an hour and a half from me. So I love that call out. No, these cards, these are definitely not. I'm actually trading these, so um, I wouldn't say what's best. So a lot of people when they ask that. So let me ask you, when you say best, what do you mean? Like favorite, or do you mean like most valuable? Valuable. Okay. Go easy on the timeouts, guys. Right now, we're at a place where I can kind of control and give the vibes and vibe check. They're just I think messing with each other. It happens to anybody that's cooped up with each other. And for what it's worth, we could desperately use the watch time. So the more people we have in here, the better. So we're working on the watch time. I would I would say the highest valued card. Are you familiar with card collecting? 3D. Okay, so I have a few graded downtowns. So I got a couple PSA 10 downtowns. They're not accessible right now. They're in a different card vault, like the carrying cases, um, in another part of the house. Unfortunately, locked up in a trunk because having a kid and having kids' friends. Not that I think anybody would take them. I trust my kid and I trust my kid's friends. I think they would look at them, mess with them, and if yes, they're in a PSA like case, but at the same time, if you crack a PSA case, it's like $40 to get it recased, and that's presuming you didn't damage the card. So, from a monetary value, those are probably my best. Um, but my favorite card is I have a quad color patch with signature. It's not a rookie. That's graded Brian Urlacher. So it's got it's a 4-color patch that's got an auto numbered to 50, but it's a PSA 8. So it's got a lower grading, but because I like the Bears so much and Brian Urlacher's arguably my favorite, and I got a PSA 10 Jonathan Tays rookie card, which is from the Blackhawks. Those are probably my favorite cards. And I actually have front and center my favorite Pokemon card. This is my favorite Pokemon card. It's a PSA 9, but I just love Gerardos's. You're a Buccaneers fan? Let me show you something then. Again, not super valuable, but I think it's cool. And that's Tom Brady in an SGC 10 touchdown club in the the Buccaneers uniform. So I do have some Caleb Williams cards. Nothing crazy. So nothing numbered or nothing, no patches. And because he doesn't sign in Panini products, I don't have any of the any autos because he only signs in Topps products. However, the jury's still out for me on him. Does that make sense? I collect more, like a great example right here is a kaleidoscopic Stephen Curry. Here's a Wayne Gretzky in a PSA 9. I collect legends. So I prefer, here's a Jordan in the red foil, upper deck. I prefer players that have proven themselves. So this is a great example. So this is a Robert Quinn, a Tristan Ebner, and a Velus Jones. The cards are worth stuff because this is a Silver Prism rookie patch. This is a numbered Obsidian out of 199 rookie auto, and then this is certified gold Robert Quinn patch, and this is out of 50. So from a value standpoint, those are valuable to collectors, but to me, I don't collect those players, if that makes sense. So I'd rather trade them for players I collect. JJ, unless I lean too far into the phone, you know I'm not loud either. My lowest numbered card, I actually have several 101s. And I'm not talking like crazy off-brands. I have I have a couple Panini 101s. How about yourself? Who do you collect? What's your most valuable card? Do you got any low numbered cards? I love talking this stuff. We actually have another channel called Dad and Son Collect It All. That's where we have like our sports card collections, our Lego collections, our Funko Pop collections, and we're adding new videos to that all the time. But it's one of our 4 channels. But yeah. And all my 101s besides a couple Leaf products, because Leaf has more 101s that are easily accessible, I pulled in breaks. So they just luck of the draw and they came out the pack. That's awesome. You got. I'm not a. Kenny Pickett went through the roof. Like his cards and everything went crazy. And because of that, because he got traded and ended up a backup, like his value dropped down. But I like Kenny Pickett a lot as a player. I also really enjoy the autographed mini helmets, and so I was able to get a autographed Kenny Pickett mini helmet for, less than the helmet's worth. And I thought it was a mini Speed Flex, if you know what that means. So it was one of those like super fancy, super gold Pittsburgh Steeler helmets that they wear just one time a season type thing. and I thought it was super cool. So I bought that. So I have a little Kenny Pickett thing going on myself. So I think that's awesome. Yeah, I gotta. So when I was sorting all this stuff, I was just sorting it into my trade pile versus keep pile for the personal collection, and so that's what I was doing today, because I kind of had a mess on this table of all sorts of craziness, and it was starting to get a little wild. And as you're aware, this stuff actually has value. Now we don't sell; we only trade, because we believe in the hobby being the hobby. So, and where we list our cards, a lot of times people just want to give us cash, and I don't like doing that. I would prefer to. I prefer to trade, because that's what the hobby's all about. Is you get stuff you want, I get stuff I want. What you do with it after you got it from me. We don't do eBay. I buy from eBay, but we don't list on eBay, because again, we're not about turning stuff over. So a great example is I just sold and I desperately did not want to sell it. I wanted to trade. I sold the Nico Horner PSA 10 rookie card. He's the Cubs second baseman, and I'm more of a Sox fan. So it didn't need to stay in my PC, and somebody else would like it more. So we listed it on Marketplace, and I kept pressing the person. I'd rather trade. I'd rather trade. What do you have for trade? And he finally came out and said, "I'm a card flipper. I don't do trades, but I really want this card." And he assured me this one was going to be for his PC, because he's a Cubs fan. Which, when we met with him, I can pretty much confirm, because he was dressed head to toe in Cubs gear. So I think he was a Cubs fan, and I truly think he was probably going to keep this particular one. But actually, I totally forgot. I have a few over here. Hold on one sec. So, do you know anything about baseball as well? And if you do you know anything about the Chicago teams? Okay, you're not a big baseball fan. Well, I was going to say, going back to legends. So, one of the most legendary Cubs players of all times, Ernie Banks. And so I have this, and the 3.5 for a card from 1971 is considered very good plus. But I love this card, because Ernie Banks is a legend. And so this card is over on a display shelf that's up all the time. So much prefer legends over the recent stuff. If it's more nostalgic to me. Welcome back, Journey. She gets off of work at 6:30. Remind me again. I think you told us, JJ, and you don't have to say it if you don't want to. But what does she do for work? Because I'm pretty sure you had said before where you work at the shop and she works X. I think my plan tonight is to watch the UFC stuff, so I definitely will be here and probably watching the UFC. Daycare. Okay. That's awesome that they have weekend hours. So right behind where we go to Taekwondo, literally right behind us. And a lot of times you probably hear like kids like coming, going, sometimes probably screaming and what have you. There's actually the daycare facility for the recreation center, or the workout facility that we go to for Taekwondo. And so there's always people, or parents, dropping off kids at that facility in that center. You still here, 3D? Okay. I do. We buy way too much. It's a great question. So, if you go to our Dad and Son Collect It All channel, most of the videos are us ripping open the mailers. So we buy singles. We don't really buy. We don't really buy boxes and packs because doing so, you'll get random hits, and because we collect certain players, certain teams, certain legends, I'd rather just buy the cards straight out. So we have so many to open, it's not even funny. Great example is this box right here. I'll show you in a second. This whole box is just envelopes and mailers that we need to open up. And the reason I need to open them up is because then we make videos out of what hits we get out of them. And show the YouTube community like what we bought. But that's just one of, I can't even tell you how many boxes I have. But we also have tons of packs to open and get into too. That's awesome. Out of what product? 3D. And here's a card I love. I just absolutely love. So if anybody knows who Caitlin Clark is, that's Caitlin Clark as a little girl. That's her dad. And the card is inscribed with Father always knows best. So I have this card up on our display all the time, and I jokingly bring it out for Son if he ever challenges me on something I said. I always remind him that Father knows best. Yeah, I had a graded Caitlin that we traded, so it was a cash and trade deal. So I don't necessarily collect Caitlin Clark, but I also collect unique circumstances like this. And so the graded Caitlin Clark was out of the Prism Monopoly series, and so I was able to get a couple Bears cards that I really wanted, and then because their value was lower, they gave me $30 and 2 cards I wanted. They probably got the better end of the deal, but I got 2 cards I'd rather have, and the cash was just a kicker to make the deal happen. Oh, sorry. Since I was up, I figured I'd grab more to figure out what I'm doing with. So here, I'll put these aside. I have these set aside for a trade. I can get those off screen. So right here. So when you open packs, and you're well aware of this, you run into stuff like this. Like I have no interest in a Chris Olave rookie. So that'll go in our trade pile, but I need to sleeve that. I have no interest in this or this or the Nick Chubb. I don't know why the Ricky Williams is even sleeved. That's just a base. So I'll put him in the base, and I'll steal the sleeve for the Chris Olave. I don't know why James Conner, it's not a rookie, is sleeved. That's just going in the base, and I'll take the sleeve back. Same here. Kyle Duggar, don't need it. Hey, and you can definitely tell we're the ones that got either into a break or bought this card, because that's us. And that's a Brett Favre base prism. I don't know why that's in the sleeve. Oh, you're a Cowboys fan. There you go. There's a red, white, and blue Emmitt Smith. And there's a red, white, and blue Patty Mahomes. Super Bowl Patty Mahomes. Here, more Patty Mahomes. A Mystique Cole Kmet. I don't know why this is in here. The Notre Dame rookie, Cole Kmet. This one's not numbered. I probably would say I'll pass on buying because I do not collect Pickett. I bought that helmet more for the purposes of buying the helmet. But just out of curiosity, what are you asking for it? And do you list it anywhere? Have you listed it anywhere? Here's another Dallas basketball, but Derek Lively II on the Mavericks in this Prism Instant Impact. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm sorting the cards here, so I probably didn't, JJ. That's on me. If she does enjoy it, just know that she's really tired. Oh, we won't take any offense to it, JJ. Believe me. And I get it. Heck, after you work all day and you're chasing around kids, I completely understand. Here's another Cowboys legend, Troy Aikman, and I'll be honest with you, I totally forgot he went to UCLA. Oh, it's got to be exhausting. Well, Journey, like I said, the best thing to do is probably have some separation, just keep away from each other for a bit and see how that works out for a little bit. I think eventually you guys will both come around. Maybe not just yet. Yeah, I got cards all over the place. That's the problem. We, just like anything else, we like buying way too much. So we buy significantly more than we trade. And so all right, this needs to go in the trade stack. Journey is not. Journey is just a member of the community. Son is actually with his grandmother right now and his friend. They're out shopping. But yes, Journey is in a unique situation, and I'll allow her to tell you more. But Matthew is also another member of the community. However, they are, while it may not seem like it right this second, they are friends, and they are both in the hospital for similar reasons because they both got in auto accidents, and they are getting on each other's nerves. And so hopefully all that makes sense. No, it's don't worry about it. The community's awesome here, so but yeah, I have no idea what our plan is today because I thought Son would be back by now. I don't know how much shopping they're doing. Oh, there's the door as we speak. I gotta go get that. Hold on. Chill. Chill. Get the dog worked up. Chill. Okay, everybody. Well, I do apologize. Son, friend, and grandma just came in, so I'm gonna have to figure out what our next phase of the day is. So I promise, like always, we will be back tonight in some capacity. But if you haven't already done so, 3D, if you want to see some of our opening in our mailers that we open and some of the other hits that we've accumulated, uh, you can always check out our Dad and Son Collect It All channel. If you go to this main channel's page, you'll see all 4 channels listed and you can check them out. If you're into food and cooking, we have a food and cooking channel. We have a DIY channel. But if you're in here, again, we appreciate all the support. We appreciate you spending a little bit of your time with us. That is super awesome. And we will see you in the next live. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing it. And that way we can continue the conversation later today. All right, take care, everybody. All our best.